Hey, good morning. Thanks, Rosa. Hey, excited for today's session, so am I. So, I don't even know what time it is, but it's got to be close to just gone 9 o'clock. So today is the beginner's workout. And again, as I said earlier, for those of you that were on already, beginners does not mean that it's not advantageous to everyone. Beginners means we're going to go slower and feel. Now, the way that I describe that is you'll have people that will go to a gym and they'll lift weights or they'll do exercise and they'll do them really fast and walk out of there and they'll get their pump. But there's also those that will go in there and they'll work really slowly. They'll have a soft muscle contraction. And so they're getting the full feel of the muscle by working slower. Good morning, Kirk. Nice to see you here. And so what we're doing today is we're going slower. I call this a feeling for the brain. Right, so we're not going to rush through exercises or see how fast we can go. We're going to work on the slow feeling, no different than someone like Bruce Lee who goes through went through his martial arts. Hey, Diana, good to see you. Bruce Lee would go really slow through his form and his motions. It wasn't about how much could I do. And so as much as Thursday speeds up and Friday speeds up, Tuesday is for everybody as well. So I'll struggle today as much as anyone will, because it's going back to the basics, getting the technique great and feeling. So there's a couple of things. Today we're going to be working on how to recover from, if you have had a fall, how can you use the board to develop your balance to get up? Because look, all of us are going to fall at some time, right? It goes without saying. What we're looking to do is lessen the chance and make sure that if you're going to fall, it's for a specific reason, not because you've lost your balance. One of the people in 60 Up was out for a run the other day, fantastic person, and tripped over a tree root and couldn't recover and went down. That's natural from activity. What we want to do is learn how to stop from falling from just balance. And if you do fall, how do we get up? And for Shirlene, I know this is how do you get down to practice. So we've got to work on getting down on the ground to get back up. And I know that can be scary if you don't know how to get back up. So today will just be part one. We're not going to do the whole thing today. But if you do have anything, I have here a black mat that I'm going to be using when we get to that. And we'll be finishing with that in the workout. But maybe a towel or something like that, because I want it to be comfortable as you go down on your knees onto the ground. Okay, so inspiration for today. I spoke to Alexis out in Texas yesterday, and she's been going through the exercises, and she wants her mum to get off of her butt and watch, because she watched the videos and her mum loved the videos but didn't really want to get up on the board. And so this is a little shout out there to Alexis's mum. Get off the sofa, get up onto the board and get those workouts going, because nothing will ever get better without doing it. It's really important that, we may have intentions, we may want to do something. I'd love to go on vacation, but unless I buy the ticket or get in the car and go somewhere, I'm still at home. So get up and do it. So for your own life, and this is really important to me, you've got to find supporters that cheer you on. Everyone can sit there and see the problem or criticize or look at how far you have to go. But the people that are really special in your lives are the ones that recognize that you're taking the step, that you're working at it, that you're trying. The ones that see the small progressions and don't keep looking at the finish line, but see how much closer you're getting. So the way that I say this is there's a lot of people out there that are unhappy with their own lives, and they want to point out problems with other people's because it makes them feel better, not focusing on them. But find those people that support you, that see the small steps, that take it on. I call it get out of other people's turbulence and get into your own jet stream. Right? There's a lot of people that are going to throw a lot of air your way, and it really is just air, because it's just opinions that they think how they can. People that tell me how to be happy, they don't know what makes me happy. It's their perception. So get out of other people's turbulence and into your own jet stream and drive yourself to the top. Because you know what you can do, you know how far you've come. Even if it's frustrating, you still know the changes you're making, and give yourself that pat on the back. So you got a lot of people that want to come in and they want to make you feel less than you are. And the ones that are really valuable are the ones that make you feel more than you are. I've been fortunate enough to build a lot of teams, a lot of soccer teams, and been part of some amazing theatre teams. And you've got to look at the most valuable players that you have, but recognize everyone's support within a team, because you can't go to the top without it. So with that being said, Find people that support you, that cheer you on, that don't always criticize you, and hold on to them, because they are your best allies. And those that criticize you, it's okay. Let them focus on what they need to focus on, but don't let it enter into you. And we all struggle with that. I struggled with that yesterday when certain things are said. But believe in you, believe in your power, and let's get on with this workout. So that's my inspirational message for today. Get out of other people's turbulence and get into your own jet stream. Okay, I'm going to put on my gloves, and while I do, I just want to point out that today you'll notice I put the metal poles in. Now, the reason I decided to put the metal poles in today is some people with less balance will be watching today and will have got the metal poles. Now, the thing with the metal poles is that there is no flex to them. They're great for confidence if you don't trust yourself 100%. They're fantastic for people that want that extra stability or confidence, but the destination is the flex poles. Now, when we get to getting onto the floor and getting back up again, I'm going to put the flex poles back in, because I want to work with the, not the most stability, but the ones that most people will have. So you'll understand why I have those. And if anybody needs those ones, then feel free to go on and take a look at them as well. All right, here we go. Just put this out of the way. Won't need any bands today, so I didn't put them on, but you'll see these metal poles, they don't bend at all. They're completely solid. So we're gonna do some new exercises today that we haven't done, but it's just to take on the new exercises. So what I want you to do to begin with is just rocking side to side, nice and easy. Just getting this working across here. I'm gonna add a little dip in here as well. Again, if you feel off balance, let the board touch, let the board touch the ground and use that as a stability to push back. Now on the outside, I want to get a little knee bend. I'm going to go slower, because again, it's not about the speed, it's about how slow can you go and still be in control of your body. Reminds me of when I was a kid at school. I went to a place called St. Martin's School, and they used to have a race, which was who could go the slowest on the bike. It wasn't a long course, and if your foot touched the ground, you would be disqualified, and obviously if you fell off the bike. And the first year I did it, I didn't realize, I thought it was the first one across the line, so I went as fast as I could, and I finished about 2 minutes ahead of everybody else and lost. Good, so as we're in here, come back to the middle. All I want you to do is start tapping behind the number 1. And I want to go slow on this. By going slow, you'll really feel your ability to control your balance and everything else in there. Now, if you want, put your fingers on top if you're a little bit more advanced. You can always put your hands, you can put your thumbs on top as well, so you can grab that pole if you need to. Okay, now what I want us to do, we'll do one more on the left. Good, now go heel on the right. Heel and hold. And up and down. Now heel and hold. Now up and down. Heel and hold. And up and down. And if you notice, I'm exaggerating the movement when I'm up and down. Heel and hold. And other way. Heel and hold. Good. Now we're going to come back and we go toe, heel, hold. Starting on the right. Here we go. Go toe, lift the knee, heel, and hold. Now bring it back down. Left foot. We go toe, lift the knee, heel, hold it, lift it up, bring it back down. We're going to go across to the right again. You're going to go toe, lift, heel, and hold. Lift it back up. Now we're going to go onto the left foot. Go toe, lift, heel, hold, and come back. Now we're going to change this up and make this even different now. You're going to go toe, heel, flat foot, and slide. I'll show you one time. So you're going to go toe, heel, flat foot, slide it across the board in line with the back of the pole and bring it down. Are you ready? Here we go on the right side. And lift up. Toe, heel, put the toe down and slide the foot across and bring it back. Let's do it on the left. Are you ready? Go toe, heel, put the foot down, slide it across and bring the foot back. And you wouldn't believe, there's a gardener outside Listen to the sound, you're gonna hear him going. Here we go again. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I can't believe, perfect timing. Okay, here we go on the right. Toe, heel, flat foot, slide across, and back. And the left side. Toe, heel, flat foot, slide across, down. One more time each side. Toe, heel, flat foot, slide across, down. Left side. Toe, heel, flat foot. You'll notice with the flat foot, I'm not putting pressure on it. We're just going to be slide. So now we're going to do that, and we're going to go right foot slide from 1 to 3. So we go, the foot is flat, it slides, it comes back. Left foot, it goes flat, it slides, it comes back. And you'll notice how your balance begins to change on the leg you're standing on when you slide. So I'm comfortable, and as I slide, I have to lean slightly this way to my right with my left foot out. Let's go right, I'm here, I lean slightly to my left, I have to bend the knee I'm standing on, I'm back. And we go again, left foot comes up, bend the knee slightly, lean towards the side opposite where the leg's going, bring it back. Let's go one more time each side. So flat foot, slide, bring it back. Flat foot, slide, bring it back. Good, so now we're gonna do something slightly different again. You're gonna go flat foot, and I want you to begin to bend the leg and come back. Now watch, as I do, I don't mean watch, like I'm telling you, I'm helping you. So, as I put my foot on one, the board doesn't wobble, I begin to lean forward and bend my back leg, but I don't have any pressure on this leg still, so I'm strengthening the leg that's on the ground. So we put the foot flat, we begin to lean forward, you put your pressure on your back leg here, strengthening. Now you come back up and you lift. Let's go again. You put your right foot, you begin to lean forward, but you don't put the weight on here where the board's gonna go. You keep the light pressure, and I bring it back. Here we go. Left foot goes on. I begin to lean forward. All my strength is on the back leg on the ground, and I come back. Okay, so that's the end of our warm-up, and gives you some exercises to do at home as well. Let's just a little step to the side, just keeping that heart rate going. There you go, good. Okay, we're gonna do the next exercise again, going slow. This is not advanced, but the connection to the brain is advancing. So step up with your right foot on number 2. All I want you to do is come up and stand. Good, hold that balance. Now, if you feel comfortable, take your hands off of the handle, put them back on. Now what I want you to do is push down on the toe, on the 2, lift up again and find that balance. Take your hands off. Now what I want you to do is step back off the board with the left leg and step straight back up again. Hands off, feel that balance, come back on. Foot goes on 2, you push, you come back, you stand. Hands slightly off, come back. Now step just the left foot back and step back up again. Here, find your balance. Now we're gonna push across on the number 2. You're gonna push back, you're gonna stand. Hands off. Come back now, step all the way off the board, both feet. We're gonna do the same thing with the left. So step your left foot up on the number 2 and come and find that balance. Feel how there's a difference, and you'll feel a little bit more lean on the inside of your ankle of the left foot. Take your hands off if you can. Come back on now, put your right foot on number 2, push across, pull it back in, come and stand. Hands off, come back on now. Just your right foot goes back and step straight back up again. Hands go off, hands go on. Step on the number 2, check your foot placement if you need to. Come back, lift that leg. There you go, good. Hands off, keep that balance. Step back up. We got one more time. Step straight back up. Your right foot is by your left calf or knee. Hands off. Come back on the center. Foot goes on 2. You push across. Come back. Step. Hands off if you can. Always safety first. Come back in and then step both feet back off of the board. Good. Little step side to side. Very good. Okay, so the nice thing with that one is it's teaching you again to be able to go from 2 legs, step up onto 1 leg. Look, and just keep stepping side to side while I explain. I'm going up the stairs. As I step up the stairs, one foot's on, one foot's off. You've got to make sure the leg that's on is strong enough to be able to do the next step and the next step and the next step as you go. All right, we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to step to number 3. So your body is going to be slightly behind the pole. So let's try this. Right foot goes to number 3. You're stepping wider, find the balance. Good. Hands off if you can, but only if you can. If you're going to take one hand off, take the hand off closest to you. This one can help you balance. Now, step across to 3 and push. Now you're coming from a wider angle. Back in, find that balance. Hands off if you can. Hand off if you can, or keep on. Good. Now step back to the middle. Now step straight up. Hold that balance. Good. Hands off if you can. Now step wide. Now step back wider onto that one leg. Good. Hands off if you can. And step back to the middle. So we're stepping to a wider space. Here we go again. Step up, last time on the right. Find that balance. Come back, push across. Push back and find that balance. Excellent. Hands off if you can. Good. Come back, find the back. Now here we go on the left-hand side. Step on the number 3. Step up and find that balance. Again, if you want to take one hand off, leave the one furthest from you on, or both hands. Good. Step wide, push on the 3, push back, come and find that balance. Fantastic. I hope you're doing great. Hands off if you can. And then step back to the middle, so we're stepping wide, up. Good. Find your balance. Now the great thing about this exercise, step across and rock, and step straight back up again. Now the great thing about this exercise is because we're going slow, we're really training the muscle to have more strength than just momentum strength. Now one of the things about momentum strength is we're not having to use the muscles as much as we are using the force. The force of, you know, running, you don't have to maybe have the forward motion as much pushing off of your feet because you have the momentum going already. Here we go, push across. Good, push back. Hands off, we're gonna come back to the beginning. Good, and come and step back. All right, great, shake the legs out. I can feel for sure the strength on the outside of my legs when I was balancing on the number 3. I could feel the outsides working definitely on an angle and off. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. Don't forget to have your water. I'm not super thirsty because I'm not sweating. I don't feel like I'm got as much cardio going on. But it's really important to hydrate before you find out that you're thirsty. If you hydrate at the right time, you'll find out that you are able to work at your maximum capacity. Okay, next one, step up on 2 and 2. All I want you doing is just rocking side to side. There you go, just nice and easy, rocking side to side. You should find this relaxing. Now this exercise, hi, who's that? Hey Sandy, how you doing? Good to see you. And Angie as well. I have to lean forward like that, I hope I don't scare you. Okay, so just rocking side to side. This is an exercise I highly recommend at nighttime if you're watching TV. Just standing here and watching TV and just rocking side to side is fantastic because you'll begin to focus on the TV show and forget that you're rocking. And the beauty of that is the brain is getting the body to work while your mind and while your eyes are on something else. No different than everyday life. And it's relaxing. Okay, what I want you to do is come and find your balance. Good, focus on being on peace. Focus on being relaxed. Pull those shoulders back so you have good posture, eyes are up. And adjust as you begin to go off, just adjust. And we're gonna work on this for a good 30 to 40 seconds, just trying to hold that balance. The beautiful thing about this, of just trying to hold the balance, is that the brain is constantly engaged in, I've got it, I'm off. I've got it, I'm off. You don't have to think about it as much because you're beginning to feel exactly what's happening and you're adjusting as you go. So it's not about perfect balance. It's about, really working to be able to, have the brain engaged. It's not about, doing the work. It's about allowing the brain to do the work and the body follows. The brain will feel faster than you'll ever realize. Good, so there we are. I'm going to come to number 1. Now on this one, we're going to go back to a little bit of a run. I want to get a little cardio workout and have you have the confidence to move your feet. And you'll see how we're going to incorporate this today 3 times. Good. So as we go in here, what I want you to do is think about pushing on your toe and lift your toe. So I'm rolling my foot as I'm going. Rolling my foot. If I did it from the side, you'll see that I'm doing this. There you go. So we're just pushing as we're going, just pushing that foot, getting that foot suppleness in there. It's really important that you can work all the way through the palm of your foot. It reminds me of the days when I was at Lane Theatre Arts. I actually heard from Betty Lane the other day, who is the principal who founded Lane Theatre Arts, where I was a professional dancer. And going back and thinking, I'd been a soccer player and having to learn to use my feet in a completely different way. And boy, she was tough. She didn't let me get away with anything. So I had an amazing teacher called Richard Glaston, who was the head of the Royal Ballet back in England. And I loved working with him. He was the first one that actually made me feel my body moving as it should be. A very, very smart guy. Good. So we're going to do a little bit faster now. Again, trying to push the heels come up and roll those feet. There you go, good, and come back and just nice and easy. Okay, so that's the first one done. Put your foot to 3 and 3. Bend your knees slightly and find your balance. Now the cool thing here is we've just gone from a motion of like a running motion, and we're suddenly going back in to having to find that center, that balance again. So it's really important that we're able to go from movement to stability, from movement to great balance, or working on great balance. And as you can see, I don't have perfect balance right now. I have moments of it, and then as I'm talking or change my body angle or so, I begin to have to realize I have to readjust again. Good. Make sure the knees are bent, shoulders are back. Just that little bit of balance in there. Good. And as you begin to go off, just naturally correct. And you'll find the pressure, because you're wider on your stance, the pressure is more on your big toe. You won't feel your little toe too much on the board. So we're developing the strength on the inside. Good. About 5 more seconds. Here we go. Good. And bring your feet back to 1 and 1. Good. So just rocking side to side on 1 and 1. Get those feet moving. So again, you can even go all the way up so that your toe touches the ground. So roll from your heel to your toe and make it as much of a fluid roll as you can. Don't just lift the heel. See if you can roll through your foot. It's not easy to do with the coordination, but it feels really good when you're doing it well. I can feel my feet loosening up, getting that suppleness back in, which is critical again for balance, because your feet have to be strong. We spend so much time working on the core, which is so important. We spend so much time working on our leg muscles, but we forget our feet are the first point of contact, and those feet have to be so strong because that's where our strength to push back or react comes from. So building that brain connection all the way to the feet. Good. Can we go a little bit faster now? There you go. Lifting that heel, pushing through. We're getting a little faster. I can really feel my calves now beginning to go. Oh. If my mum's there, my calves. They are good. Keep those shoulders back. Good. A little bit faster. Good. And come and hold. Now what I want you to do is find the 1 and 1. Keep your feet where they are and find that balance. Good. It's a completely different feeling again. You'll feel the little toes now more engaged. But again, very, very simple. We've gone from a moving in the same position and suddenly having to stop. You know, it reminds me of as a kid going to school, I'd have to run and chase the bus. And I just think it's going to take off, and then suddenly it stops there, and then there's a line still inside the bus. And you go from that running motion to then having to stop and, you know, stand in the line. It sounds so simple saying it now, but that's balance. It's all about utilizing and building the balance. Good. Here we go. So last one we're going to go through. I now want you to lift the knees as you're going. So again, it's the same motion. If I show you from the side, right, it's going to be the same motion. I lift the heel, I push the toe comes down the heel. So I lift and push and lift. Push and lift, I push, sorry, and rock back. So up and down. So let's keep doing that one. So roll and lift. So we won't be moving the board as much, but we're getting used to the body changing angles. The ground changing angles, but the body staying in a stabilized position in the middle. There you go, good. We're not going to do too much today, because again, I want to get onto the motion of being able to get down on the ground and learn how to get back up off of the ground as well. Again, in the event that there is a fall, having a plan, having a way to do it. And I do have a video that's going out on YouTube that teaches a technique, even if you've broken your wrists, how to be able to stand up, because that is critical to survival at that point. If you've fallen and no one's there to help you, you have to be able to get up. So that's why I'm going to be teaching this. Good. What I want you to do is go back to 2 and 2. Just rock side to side, bend the knees a little bit. There you go, good. Nice and easy, good. Come and find your balance. Now I want to warm up for the exercises we're going to do. So what I want you to do is try and find that balance and then go into a little squat and a stand. And a little squat and a stand. Even look, if I begin to go squat and it goes to the right, correct while you're on your way down and back up. If I go to the left, correct while you're in the squat and stand back up. Just a few more. 1, keep those shoulders back, eyes up. 2, 3, very good. 4, so check out that video on YouTube explaining how to get up and how the board can help you do that as well. Good, step on the right, step up on the left. Good, all I want you to do now, because we've been on the board a long time, is our little heel kickers, just to loosen up. Good, I got one more exercise to do, and let me show it to you first. If you want, while you're waiting, you can just be doing your little side stepping, but let me show you. We're going to step to the side. I'm going to put my foot on 3 and my foot on 3. I'm going to push forward and bring my foot to 2. I'm going to push back, and it's actually kind of between 1 and 2. I go here, then I bring both feet to the middle, and I'm going to try and balance. Got it? Then what I'll do, I'll have it where the front foot goes forward slightly, the back foot goes, then the front foot goes forward, the back foot goes a little bit, and then we're going to, so what we're doing is we're walking the ladder. You push forward, bring the back foot. Okay, so step up with me on the board. Start off, I'm on my right side of the board, I put my left foot up, and I take my right foot to the forward pole and I rock forward. Just rock here just for a couple of times to get your balance and stability to begin with. But I always want you to feel comfortable, and if you're not, feel free to step off of the board and start again. So I'm going to push forward now on my front foot, bring my back foot forward just a little bit. Now push back, bring my front foot back a little bit. Push forward, bring my back foot to the middle. Now my other foot joins it, and I'm going to try and balance in that position. There you go. Now I'm going to lean forward, put my my right foot forward. Now my back foot goes back a little bit, make sure it's on the board, push back. Take my front foot forward, take my back foot back, and just rock. So what we're going to do is every time we rock, a foot changes position. So we're in here and here. And again, this isn't simple. Let me say that again. It may be simple, but it's not easy. So if you're getting frustrated or you just want to do one step, and I'll show you how to do that, just step forward and back and here. Now, if you're just rocking here and you just want to do it in one step, take your foot, put it in the middle, go to the middle and find that balance. Then step forward, put your foot back, and if you need to, look down and make sure your foot's there and go back. I'm going to go back to the 3 step, but do the 2 steps. So I go here, I bring it, I'm here, middle, and then I'm going to find my balance as quick as I can. Bend your knees and feel the pressure on your toes and heels. Then I'm going to step forward, I step back, I step forward, I step back. I step forward, I step back, I go to the middle, I go to the middle. I find my balance. There you go. I step forward, I step back, I step forward, I step back. I now push forward, I step the back foot forward, I come back a little bit, I step, and I find that middle. Now from here, don't step forward. What I want you to do is just step off the side of the board to the back, and let's just do it on the other side. because we've got to make sure we're working on both sides. So I've got my water in the way. Good, I'm going to straighten my board up. I take my right foot, I put it on the back of the board, I put my left foot on the front. I push forward, back foot moves forward, foot moves back. I push forward, I put my foot in the middle, and now I find that balance. Got to really focus on it, talking and focusing on it. Multitasking. Good, step forward, step back, step forward, step back. Now push forward, bring the back foot forward, push back, put the front foot back, go into here, put the foot in the middle. Now one thing to really work, if some of you are struggling with this or don't feel confident, and I know with the flex poles they move more and it can be a little less confident that way, make sure your body always stays in the middle of the poles. So if I step forward, I don't lean forward, I just let my legs go, but I keep my body center. I step back, I keep my body center. I step forward, I keep my body center. I got back, I keep my body center. Now I push and step, my body stays center. I push back, my body stays center. I push forward, I put my feet together in the middle. Make sure I'm over the middle, my head is up, my shoulders are back. And I try and keep that balance. We're gonna go one more time through. So step forward with the inside foot, step back, step forward, step back, push forward. Now step the back leg forward, bring the front foot back, push forward, and then meet in the middle. There you go. I'm finding in the middle, just hold that balance. Keep it there. And from here, you're gonna step off the side of the board, step down, and that's our forward and backward motion today. And again, go at your own pace, go back and practice these, and don't forget, at night time, just rocking side to side, watching TV, and if a commercial comes on, then try and balance during the commercial. Okay, we're gonna go on to the exercise of getting up and down. So what I'm gonna do in here, I'm gonna swap out my poles really quickly because I wanna work with you on there. What I'm going to ask you to do is get your, if you're on carpet, that's great. If you want to get a mat, you want to get a towel, run and get that really quickly. Okay, another quick drink of water. And I'm going to take my mat and put the mat out on the ground now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tuck the mat underneath the back of the board. The reason I want to do this is I don't want the mat slipping away while I'm using the board. So there I am, I'm in a good position. The mat is underneath the board. Now, this is how we're gonna do it. Grab hold of the poles, and all I want you to do is bend your knees a little bit. So let's just do this a few times. What we're doing is right now, we're developing the muscles for the last part of standing up. This is actually the easiest part, but you may be the most tired. So just here. Now, as you go to here, what I want you to do is take the leg that's not your strongest. So my left leg is a little stronger. So the leg that's not the strong, I'm going to move it back a little bit. So if I look from the side, I go from here, I move my foot back into here, so you're here. Now what I want you to do is move your hands down, bend your knees. Move your hands down, bend your knees. Now from there, put your hand, pull yourself back up again. We're working on again, kind of the intermediate part of standing up. So move your hands down, bend your knee, move your hands down, bend your knee more. Come back up and pull with the arms. As we develop the strength, we want to use every part that we've got. Now this time, we're going to put the back knee on the ground. So I put my hands here, I bend my knee, I put my hands here. Now I'm going to take my back foot, move it back a little bit more and go down onto my back knee. Now from there, what I want you to do is put your hands on the board. Might be a little tight, a little stiff. Here, now put your hands back on the pole. What I want you to do is pull on the pole and push with your front leg. Pull yourself up, bring the back foot in, put your hands here and pull yourself back up to standing position. We're gonna do that again, nice and slow. Hands go down, I bend my knees. I take my back foot back, I move my hands down so I'm still on the pole. I bend my back knee, and I can slide my hands until my back knee touches the ground. Now I'm gonna put my hands on the board. Now again, suppleness is important, but repeating this will help you. Now from here, we're gonna come back up again. I put my hands on the pole. I'll pull myself up. I put my hands here. I pull myself up higher. I bring my feet together, and we're in a good, safe position. Now we're gonna go one more step today, and then next Tuesday, I'll finish this off, because I want you to practice this nice and confident. Now I will show you how you would do this, obviously, if you didn't have the board around. So hands go down, bend your knees. Move your right foot back, move your hands down. Bend your knees, hold on to those poles. They'll give you some strength as you're going down. My back knee goes on the floor. I put my hands on the board. Now what I want you to do is move and slide your foot back so you're on both knees right now. Now just stay there for a second. I'm going to show you how you would do this without the poles there. But again, not right now we're going to do it. I would bring my foot up. I put both hands onto my knee, and I would push up using my upper body to help me stand up again. But today, we're just going to use the poles again. So take your hands from here, put your hands on the poles. Now bring your strong foot forward. If you're not very supple, you may have to take it to the side and bring it up. Now use your arms and push on both feet, including your back foot, to push up. Find a safe position, move your hands, push back up, and come to a standing position. So I want to do that all in one go. We're going to go all the way down and all the way back up. And look, if you're struggling, it's okay, because this is the first time we've probably had some, for a long time, intentionally go to the ground as part of an exercise. So again, it's about the system and developing the strength of your body. So hands slide down, bend your knees, push your back foot out so you're in a nice angle here. Keep the core strong. I'm here. Now, I'm going to go bend my back knee. I'm going to slide my hands down so I've got control until my back knee touches the ground. Now I'm going to slide this foot back. From there, I'm going to slide my hands down until I can put them both on the balance board. So now I'm in the mid position from a fall of trying to get back up again. Now what you're going to do, put both hands onto the poles. Use your upper body strength. Slide that foot forward, or slide it out and bring it in if you can, into here. Now, move your hands a little higher. Push on both feet. Both feet are pushing. So push up and use your upper body to pull yourself up. Bring your feet together and put your hands on the top of the poles. Now, just from there, just a little small side step. I'm going to show you the whole thing so you understand how this works. Right? So again, if you want to join in, you can, but I'm going to rush through the last part. So this is just for your brain to figure out next time we go down. My knees bend, my foot goes back, I slide my hands down, one foot's down, one's here, my hands go on the board. Now I just walk my knees back until I'm in this position. Now from here, I would push with my arms and I would bring my knees back in. If you can't push with your arms, I would take my knee to the side, and then I would end up pushing off of my knee and my leg. Now from here, I bring the other knee in. Now I put my hands on the poles. I now use my strength to bring my leg forward. I use both feet to push up. I pull with my arms, and I'm back into this position again. So again, that's the whole purpose and the way that we're going to work on how to stand up from a fall. Now you may say, well, I don't have the board there. How am I going to get up? I will show you how to do that. There'll be a chair, even if it's a sidewalk, a curb, anything that's slightly higher than your body position, you can use your elbows to push up. So if I have broken both my wrists, or if we went back into this position where I'm here, and I come back into here, I brought both feet, both legs together. Now, from this position, I try and bring my leg up. Now I could put my elbows on here and push with my elbows until I can get back up again. Now, the beautiful thing here is that having a plan, a system, a way to do it and strengthen the body in preparation, hopefully it never happens, but if it does, you're ready. we're in a great position. Okay, step up on the board. Oops, hang on. I'm gonna take my mat out. Just step up on the board. I just want to finish with a little cool down. We didn't spend as much time today on the board, but I hope that that system of recovering from a fall, and we'll take it to the next level on the next class, where I'll have you lying on the ground, and then we'll try it without using the balance board at all, so you begin to develop, but building the body strength. This is where people say that balance is about strengthening the muscles, and I agree to a certain point that it's important to have strong muscles, but balance is about your proprioceptive connection, your brain. No different than if you had kids and they learned to walk. You didn't take them to the gym to teach them how to balance. It was the brain figuring out the pressure points. And I talk about this a lot because it's a change in the thinking of balance training that the medical world is embracing. But for recovering, this is where muscle strength is so important, because to be able to get up, you've got to have a strength stronger than your skeletal structure, because now individual muscles, your quads, your calves, your core, your arms are going to have to carry your body weight to get back up there. So we want to make sure the strength training goes on. Good, just a little step side to side into here. Good, what I want you to do is just lift your legs slightly. I was talking to, it may have been Naomi yesterday, where I was talking to her about progression and talking about lifting the feet as you rock side to side, just to get used to the body moving in and off balance. So this is just part of our cool down today. But thank you so much for being here and joining in. These classes for me are inspirational because they're about you. It's a privilege for me to be able to be here and help you regain or strengthen your balance and have a better outlook on life, because you're able to do things you weren't worried or you didn't think you'd be able to do again, or didn't know how to recover. And it's no different than with Bob Eubanks. The first time I trained Bob Eubanks, and I trained him wrong because I wasn't engaged in what was going on with his the brain, the mind. I was so busy trying to strengthen his body, it didn't help him with his balance at all. And that's how the 60 up balance board even came around in the first place, because I was trying to find a way, realizing I was training him wrong, to actually retrain his balance. So to be able to be here and help you is really a privilege for me. So thank you so much for joining in. And the more people I can help doesn't stop each individual being as important. Okay, so we're going to bring it down to a little bit of a slower movement. There you go. If you have a towel behind you, you have a mat behind you, be careful stepping off. I'm going to push down with my left foot. I'm going to step back with my right. And I'm just in here. Shake your arms out. Good. What I want you to do is just take your hands behind you and just pull back. Feel that stretch back. There you go. We want to make sure we've been pushing down with the arm. So now bring the arm up and just a little bit of a stretch into here. A little bit of a stretch into here. Just pull it across your body. Pull it across, shake those hands out. Nice and easy. Okay, find your balance in the center. Take your arms up, all the way over your head. Feel that balance. Now take them wide. Bring them back down. We're going to do it one more time. Just roll the shoulders to begin. Loosen up that upper body. Good. Take the hands up, place them above your head. Feel that balance. Feel solid. My knees are bent. Open them wide. Bring them back down and shake them out again. Good. Just little heel kickers now. Loosen those legs up. And again, if you couldn't get to the point today of going all the way to the ground, even practicing, keep shaking out with those heel kickers. Good. Just little steps to the side. Even just practicing the first part, and I'm going to do it, just keep stepping side to side. Even the first part of down here and bending those knees, even just that much will help begin to loosen. Then go to the next one. And then even just sliding your foot back and doing this, it's preparing you to be better and be more prepared for those situations. It's a slow go. We don't have to get everything today. We can get it, over time. So I'm going to jump in here real quick. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, I'll get Bob Eubanks to come and join me at some point. Obviously, because of the COVID and the quarantine, Bob, is, as he should do, is laid very low at his own house. And even I don't go and interact with him. We'll talk on the phone often, or sometimes we'll connect. But again, I know he's doing his workouts at home on the balance board. And at the right time, I will bring him in to come and join a class. Probably a Tuesday class. Because again, we can go slower and Bob will be able to answer some questions as well. Janelle, nice to see you. Hope everything's going great. And I hope your father-in-law is doing fantastic as well. Hey, Mark. There's Mark Kravitz. Very good morning. Always nice to hear from you and see you. Sandy, Angie. What? There was no audio on your iPad? Okay, so Angie, if there's no audio on your iPad, go and look at it later on your YouTube. It will be uploaded to YouTube thanks to Kim. She always puts the work in and makes sure that we can reach as many as we can. But please, I'm sorry if it messed up today. Maybe you were able to follow along anyway with some of the exercises, but I'm sorry. And everybody else I've already said hi to. Sandy, of course, you're most welcome. You guys are truly the golden generation. It goes without saying that we don't look enough. I was talking to a lady yesterday. I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday because I try and call, a number of you if I can and say hi. But we were saying how the golden generation has such a character and they were so caring. It was about community, the sacrifice. It was hard work. It wasn't so much about it isn't so much about, what can I get or how quick can I get it, but it was about working together for a common goal and sacrifice. And so we can still learn so much from the senior generation. And I hope we continue to, and the society does look more to how we can learn and celebrate and respect you guys. Thank you. So Barbara, the next falling session is going to be next Tuesday. So I'm not going to do it on the Thursdays and Fridays, but next Tuesday we'll go to the whole level and we'll go through it. And you guys can give me feedback. If you want to spend more time doing that exercise, more time figuring it out, let me know, because I'm here to work through what you need. But it'll be a similar exercise length of time to last week. But with that being said, if you want more time focusing on the getting up, then we absolutely will do that. Yeah, boomers rock. Yeah, that's I love that. Charlene. Okay, that's great. And I love the fact that you didn't get all the way down, because it gives you a target. It gives you something to work towards. Charlene had said she didn't quite get all the way down, but will be. Absolutely you will be. You got great character and great desire, as does everyone here as well. Hey, Mary Ellen. Thanks so much for joining us. You're new, you just got your board a couple of weeks ago and you've seen a big difference in balance. That's beautiful. I'm so glad that you can be here and join our community. I love my Facebook Live audience that are here. And it's so great to hear your feedback. That's why, I love doing this, because it really is about changing lives. And, if you can spread the word, I'd appreciate it so much, because people will trust you more than they trust me in the results. Because if I turn around and says it's changed lives, and it's changed so many lives, and I've been fortunate enough to train so many people that are living life better now than they were 3, 4, 5 years ago, they still won't believe me as much as they'll believe you, because you're living it and you've actually taken that journey from struggling to a better place. And it will continue. As I said with Bob, we didn't slow the aging process, we reversed his physical aging process. It wasn't about, okay, well, let's just try and slow down how bad you're getting. We're like, let's change it so that the things that were bad are no longer bad and we can change it. And it's not just the balance board, it's the program that goes with it as well, because it's understanding you can just have a balance board, right? You can just put the balance board out there. And there's a lot of balance boards out there that are narrow, that are small, that are 360, they rock forward and back. And I've used those before and they're great at certain times. But when I created this, it was because we had to give the body the time and the brain the time to reconnect in multiple different ways, not a narrow foot stance, but constantly changing. Because at the end of the day, the stronger your brain gets and the stronger your balance gets, the more you'll be living. And that's what we're all about. 60 Up is about living better and longer. and with a quality of life. So Janelle, you're seeing an improvement. So for people that are out there that haven't seen yet, Wendy, who is in charge of our customer service, she sent out, I believe today, it should have been this morning, a new newsletter. And Janelle is the story that we're featuring this week in the newsletter. So go and read her incredible story. And the incredible story is not about where she was or what she was suffering. Everybody's great story and their success is because of their character to face adversity. And that's every single one of you that recognize that you had a problem, or you may be having a problem that may come on, and you've taken action. So again, it doesn't matter where you started, it mattered that you started. So congratulations, Janelle, and congratulations to all of you, because all of you are so important and special. And I don't say that lightly. I mean it because I love character. Character is everything. So it really determines who you are and where you're going to go. So with that being said, 60 Up just responded, each video can be saved by clicking on the 3 dots. I can't see 3 dots on there because I think I'm live, but if you want to save those videos, and thanks for letting us know that. Kim, I really appreciate you, all the work you do to help everybody get to see these videos. So again, Kim comes in, each video can be saved by clicking on the 3 dots. So if you lost your sound, if it wasn't there, if you struggled today and want to go back over any of it, or it was a nice relaxing workout, which I hope it was, and it's something you want to repeat or do again on days that you aren't feeling super strong but know you need to get on the board, or you'll do it again later today because it's something you could do twice, that's fantastic. Anyway, Sandy, never give up. Absolutely, you're always going to be your best leader. I'm just there to hear. Barbara, you just saved it. So thanks so much. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Yes, thanks, Kim. Always, Kim does so much here. So I would talk to you. I will see you Thursday, more of an intermediate workout. But again, don't be scared of the word intermediate. We go at our own pace and you're going to be great. Thanks so much. I will see you soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.